It's Madden NFL 24.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Love, they go play action now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Carlos Basham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Micah Parsons in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Hooker now on 1st down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Vaughn. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. Gets past one man. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 1st down throw here. It's Hooker. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 105 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Staying on the ground with Vaughn.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Well, they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hooker.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Looking to throw, Hooker.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Matt Judon with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Incomplete. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
A second down throw for Love. This one left side caught by Gibson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Hooker on 1st down. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now this throw caught left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Again, a run with Vaughn.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Love. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Going back to Love. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. See T.J. Hawkinson as his team, his offense, set to begin another drive here. And C.D., assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Oilers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself. It's usually it opens it up for other people in big games as well.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grip. Dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Hendon Hooker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Oilers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Opposite. Green. Check white.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Hooker's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A run with Vaughn out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2.
Hooker's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Love from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2 minutes.
3 quarters have come and gone. Return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Hooker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. He'll buy some time right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnovers.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Andrew Wingard. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Love now on second down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Third down and 13. Now Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Following the fumble recovery. Hooker. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now Hooker. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Oilers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. Let's go. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. To throw now. Here's Love. Throw left side, complete. That's Gibson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team he's going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Here's a handoff to Vaughn. 119 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good. 4.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So Houston going to come away here